Well, we're here once again in Mount Pleasant at the Wood Shop Social with Jim Wood, chef extraordinaire. We got a little bit of salmon. This is the time of year that hopefully you're getting out and filling your freezer with some salmon. And I always have like 1 or 2 ways that I always do it. So we're looking for something different. So Jim, what are we going to do with that fillet today?
So we're going to sear the fillet first. We're going to cook that separately. And then, I don't know if you're a fan of Thai food. But
I am.
Drunken noodles is one of my favorite dishes.
Okay.
And this is kind of like my interpretation of it. There's a few things that isn't proper with drunken noodle, but I really don't care. We're gonna do it anyway.
So what are you gonna actually do you gonna put oil in the pan,
yeah,
butter?
We're gonna use oil. There's not a whole lot of butter in.
Vegetable oil? What kind of oil?
Vegetable.
Okay.
A lot of people would tell you use extra virgin olive oil. That's probably the worst thing in the world to cook with.
Really?
It's got a low smoke point, and the flavor completely dominates everything.
Okay.
Extra virgin olive oil is basically designed to dip bread in and things like that. It's the first press. Everything after that is like light olive oil. That's what you'd use. But
okay. So just gonna sear that off and then set that aside and then make kind of a sauce to go with it?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna make a sauce to go with the noodles itself and the vegetables that we saute.
Okay, so we got our salmon kind of seared off. Now walk me through our next few steps here.
All right, so now we're gonna start adding our vegetables. We're gonna first start with about a cup of bell pepper and yellow onion, white onion.
All right.
And then about 3/4 cup of mushrooms.
What kind of mushrooms are those?
These are standard button mushroom.
Okay.
But you can use whatever you want. If you happen to have morels lying around, that would be outstanding.
Okay.
And we're just gonna let those break down for a minute or two. And then we'll go in with, this is broccolini. You can use broccoli, cauliflower. You can really use any vegetable you want for this dish. Okay. There's no rules.
Okay.
And inside of this bowl,
is that garlic?
I've got a combination of minced garlic and minced ginger, about a half tablespoon of each.
All right.
In here, I've got a combination of dark soy, light soy. If you can't find either of those, you just use straight, regular soy.
Okay.
Oyster sauce, sherry, sugar, and a little bit of water to tone it all down because it is pretty salty.
Wow. And then what kind of noodles is this going to go over eventually?
So, normally you'd use a wide rice noodle.
Okay.
We don't really use those a lot here in the restaurant. We do use what's known as a yaki soba noodle, which is a wheat noodle. It's got a lot of tooth to it, stretchy, it's good.
And you just basically do this until the noodles are
warm.
So they're warm.
And they've absorbed most of the sauce. That's really what you're looking for. Maximum sauce absorption.
Very nice. And what was the name of this dish then?
We're just gonna call it Salmon Noodle Bowl.
Salmon Noodle Bowl. That's really good.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite dish on the menu.
That salmon is really crunchy. That is so good.